Right, so she's all prepped, ready to go. We're going to start with the Radiant Concealer first, because it has to go next to the skin. What's truly exciting about the Radiant Concealer is it really moves with the skin. So she can blink and blink and blink, and she won't have any settling into fine lines throughout the day.
咁 Parker 咧，其實佢就suggest 呢個 concealer 咧係應該係先搽喺塊面上面，即係 before 我哋搽嘅 foundation 嘅，因為咁樣會更加貼面啦，同埋頭先亦都講過啦，我哋嘅concealer 係防皺嘅，即係無論你點眨眼咧，其實我哋 concealer 跟住你嘅皮膚去喐動，咁就唔會出現皺紋啦。
Now, it is soothing, we learned before, so you can place it in areas where you might have a little bit of irritation. It covers it immediately. And it's excellent to use around the eye area.
Concealer 係會有舒緩嘅作用啦，咁係可以減淡呢個眼部嘅浮腫同埋黑眼圈。咁而用呢個掃咧，亦都可以好 precise 咁樣用喺一啲好細微嘅位置啦。
Now, the reason it's excellent as a concealer is it's paper thin. The concealer is almost not even there. So you get the benefits of being concealed because it's quite opaque, but you don't see it on the skin. Sometimes when you try to cover something, you'll get more dimension. You're not adding dimension this way.
我哋嘅 concealer 亦都非常薄，其實好似紙咁薄咁嘅。咁當你係要去遮蓋有啲可能比較凹凸不平嘅地方嘅時候咧，亦都因為佢咁薄咧，佢唔會加咗個 dimension， 即係唔會加厚咗你要遮蓋地方嘅嗰個質地嘅。
So I'm just press patting it into the skin. It is important to put it on before your treatment powder foundation.
Parker 就慢慢將個 concealer 咧就係輕輕咁拍喺Micky 嘅眼部位置啦。咁 Parker 都再重申一次，我哋 concealer 好緊要嘅一點咧，就一定係要喺 foundation 之前搽喺塊面上面嘅。
Now, most people, most ladies, some gentlemen, can use two different concealers depending on where you're concealing. Often, when you're concealing around the eye area, it tends to be more of a blue shade, so you do need something to cover that blue. If you go too light, it ends up looking gray. But on the face, you need to match it more closely, so I'm going to use two different shades on the model.
咁頭先你都提過，因為塊面其實咧有唔同嘅顏色嘅，尤其是近眼部嘅位置，好多時都會帶藍嘅。咁所以咧 ，Parker 就 suggest 用一個比較深色少少嘅色調，咁於是你用咗出嚟咧就唔會咁灰啦。咁至於喺面上其他嘅位置咧，就盡量揀一隻非常近似膚色嘅色調，咁就 OK 嘅啦。
Very good. So now we're set to try our treatment powder foundation on. That's the Radiant Concealer, paper thin.
咁 concealer 嘅步驟咧就做好啦，跟住落嚟咧 Parker 就會喺 Micky 面上咧用上我哋最新嘅 powder foundation 啦。
For my first demonstration, I'm actually going to use this sponge that comes with the treatment powder foundation. I'm going to take a small amount and I'm going to press it into her skin. I'm using the sponge because I want more of a medium coverage. And you'll start to see the skin has a nice glow. It is buildable, right? Because we have the boron nitride, so it's very, very flat and smooth. But we can build the coverage to whatever degree of coverage we'd like.
咁當我哋係要用呢個 foundation 做一個打底，即係粉底嚟用嘅時候咧，就會用我哋嗰個 sponge 嘅 applicator 啦，然後咧就係慢慢而唔係抹上塊面，係慢慢逐少咁拍上塊面度嘅。咁亦都因應你個人嘅需要啦，係控制翻你要拍幾多即係做一個點樣嘅 coverage。
Okay. And as a foundation, as we learned before, it does have air gel, so it's incredibly lightweight on the skin. You don't feel it. It is also color true, so her skin will stay the same shade from 8 in the morning to 8 at night.
gel 啦，所以粉底非常之薄，而顏色咧亦都係可以一路維持落去，會因為氧化而變色嘅。
Alright, now as a benefit, that radiance isn't just temporary. We learned that the boron nitride is coated with radiant ferment. So the radiant ferment gives her a temporary glow, but also continuously treats the skin all day long. So when she removes her makeup at night, she'll have a more radiant complexion.
或者大家而家其實已經睇到咧，呢件塊面其實已經係上咗呢個粉咧，都係有一個好自然嘅光澤亮澤啦。咁其實呢一個亮澤會一直持久，即係幾個鐘頭或者係去到8個鐘頭之後咧，都會一樣同樣嘅效果嘅。啦，咁黑格慢慢上埋右手邊嗰邊啦。Is there any tips that you can share with us on the application? How we can use the sponge to...
Do you know, I think truly I'm just pressing it into the skin. The nice thing about the sponge actually is that it's a soft cell sponge. So you're not going to drag or irritate the surface of the skin. Another benefit of boron nitride is that it's very good on sensitive skin. So often people have a tiny bit of maybe irritation they would like to cover. The boron nitride in the powder actually soothes that condition. So using the sponge is easy. They could choose to use a brush if you wanted an ultra fine application.
咁 Parker 話其實用 sponge 係非常之容易嘅，但係佢咧就唔 suggest 係好大力壓落去塊面度嘅。其實因為你會壓實咗你啲粉咧。好似見到 Parker 而家 show 咁係好輕輕咁按落去啦。咁如果你要一個非常之 fine 嘅效果，你都可以去用brush 嘅。咁但係其實 sponge 本身已經非常之方便同埋個效果好好噶啦。
Now because it's made from mineral gemstones, you can see right through the foundation, right? Just turn this way. Get back. The light's allowed to penetrate the foundation. It lets light through. So truly, it doesn't look like a mask. It looks more like a veil.
因為有天然晶石咧，咁所以咧嗰個粉底係透光㗎，唔會係好似一個 mask 咁，而係透光去到你真嘅膚色嗰度，咁所以係非常之自然，係好似你原本嘅膚色一樣。
Now, for touch-ups, she can use her angel hair puff. Just pop it in the bottom. I'm going to use a little just under her eyes.
呢個就係好幼滑嘅 angel hair puff 啦。咁係做一個 touch up 嘅用途，或者係一個好輕嘅覆蓋啦。
And of course, you can just put that wherever you need a little touch up all day long. There we go. So the foundation behaves two different ways depending on what tool you use. Angel hair puff, it behaves more like a pressed powder foundation. With the sponge, it behaves like a foundation. All right.
咁呢個 foundation 就係有兩個 applicator 係作唔同嘅用途嘅。
Very good. So that's treatment powder foundation and radiant concealer.
咁今日呢兩個就係我哋介紹嘅產品。咁可能咧或者可能可以落嚟俾大家望一望啦。咁同一時間咧，唔知在座各位有冇啲咩問題好想問 Parker 嘅，可以隨便發問嘅喎。會有咩問題啊 ？Any questions? Actually, I do have a question for you.
Yes, absolutely.
I know that a lot of the media friends here are actually using our liquid foundation or creme foundation. So how can they use create a very good result, using both the skin color one and our new powder foundation and concealer?